Look at that. We're still at topping 50 and 65 miles per hour up in your high country this morning. That's why that high wind warning has been extended. Here in the metro area, it's still gusty, but it's not damaging wind. It's more of that nuisance wind, and it will settle a bit throughout the day. But we do have that high wind warning in place until 11 a.m. for our foothills and then out over the eastern plains as well. Now, tomorrow, we have a high wind watch back into effect. I expect a warning here as we go throughout the next 24 hours because we've got round 2 on the way. But before we get there, high fire danger in place today. The focus this morning will be out over the foothills, and then the focus through the rest of the day is going to be out over the plains, where I know we had multiple fires burning in the overnight hours. And unfortunately, the wind is going to be with us, topping 45 miles per hour all day today. We will see it slowly settle here in the metro area. You can see a big improvement by later on this afternoon and this evening. But then overnight, it ramps back up again. By tomorrow morning, we're talking 60, 70, even 80 mile per hour winds once again in our foothills. I am anticipating more power outages. I expect that Excel is going to once again do some preemptive cutoffs. It's not going to be as bad as yesterday, but it's still something that we want to take seriously. So we've got a pinpoint weather alert day for tomorrow. Avoid burning any sort of spark. It would spread very quickly in conditions like that. But there's a couple days this weekend, and it comes with an absolutely wild temperature swing. This is a very Colorado thing to do. 48-degree temperature drop in just 36 hours. We're going to go from 60s on Friday afternoon to 14 degrees early on Sunday morning. And we've got 2 chances of snow to go along with it. Average temps this time of year, we're right about there for today, upper 40s. Then we bump up tomorrow before that big crash comes for the weekend. Meanwhile, we haven't had snow in 223 days. That is likely finally going to change this weekend. Looking at radar, not much to show you here. We've got a little bit of cloud cover. In general, today is going to be pretty quiet. It's a cold start, but it's going to be a nice day. Backus and Schenker camera in the mid to low 20s. That visibility is looking good. 19 degrees in Greeley and in Lyman, some 20s and 30s through your high country. Wind is not going to be an issue today. Got a couple gusts over those high mountain passes. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet. Low 50s on tap for this afternoon. 52 degrees your high in Denver. 48 degrees in Fort Collins and Greeley for a very comfortable and safe traveling for Thanksgiving and the day after. But then Friday night into Saturday, our first of 2 systems moves on in. But again, it's not until after the sun goes down. It's in the overnight hours. So my impact will be on Saturday morning and mainly up in our high country as well. Metro area, very, very light snowfall, but it will be enough to just barely dust up those roads. This wraps up mid-morning. We get a break from Saturday throughout the day on Sunday. Sunday throughout the day, totally fine when it comes to travel. By the afternoon, we're going to see snow reaching the I-70 corridor in the mountains, and then well after the sun goes down. Again, very similar timing for Friday into Saturday morning. We're going to see this overnight into early Monday as well. So less than an inch, most likely for both rounds for the Denver metro area. Maybe just a dusting for some of us, but up in our high country, love to see this. The ski resorts, they've been working those snow guns overtime. Love that we could get about 5 to 10 inches of snow between Friday and into Monday. So here's that temperature swing from 60s to highs in the upper 20s and low 30s. That Arctic air settling in. We get a break Monday afternoon into Tuesday, and then we've got another chance for snow on Wednesday.
It's great. I mean, we're in kind of the middle of the heaviest of the snowfall. We've got it for a couple more hours with that accumulating snow. I do want to go over, guys, we haven't done like an official check to see how much we've had out here. Also, look at the difference in our nice little heated patio that we've got going on. But let's just go ahead and stick that in. We're just about 2.5 inches of snow out here in downtown Denver. I have been getting some different snow reports from around parts of the metro area. These numbers coming in from all of our amazing Fox 31 family. So thank you to everyone. 6 inches in Evergreen. I mean, 5.5 inches in Boulder so far. And some of these might even be a little bit delayed by now because it's been, you know, just continuing to come down. So if you've got a picture or if you've got a total, Kylie.Bearse at KDVR.com. This is going to continue throughout the morning. We'll talk a little bit more about when we expect this to wrap up and those temperatures to go along with it in just a few minutes.
So we got to look at those winter weather advisories. This has us in place until 6 p.m. here in the immediate heart of the Denver metro. I think the bigger impact is going to be through the morning with some really lingering light flakes as we go into the afternoon. But down south, it lasts a little bit longer. I just heard from some people, you know, in southern Colorado saying, oh, we're not getting anything yet. You're not going to for just a bit. The storm is going to move from north to south, dropping down into more southern Colorado as the day goes on. But right now you can see it's really focusing in on the front range here in the metro. That darker shade of blue indicates some of that heavier snowfall. Same thing when we're looking up toward Fort Collins. So look for this to, again, clear in Fort Collins and Greeley first. That's why your snow totals were a little bit lighter. Here in the metro area, here's a look at noon. I do think that we're going to see it really lighten up by late morning. morning and then into the afternoon, lingering into later on today, and then we'll see it drop down into southern Colorado as we get into later on this afternoon and this evening. So this is on top of what we already have. I woke up to a few inches already at my house. We're going to add maybe another 1 to 3 on top of that in the metro area, maybe another 4 or 5 when we're looking at the Palmer Divide and then into the foothills. By the time you're picking the kids up from school, we could be talking between 6 and 8 inches of snow. So we'll be watching that. Backus and Schenker camera, upper 20s right now. That visibility is low, no surprise there. And the temperatures right now, I was trying to think on my way in how to describe like this type of snow, because it's not the super cold, light, fluffy, really easy to shovel, but it's not quite like a March or April snow, kind of right in the middle. So a little bit on the warmer side, but nothing that's too crazy. It's definitely cold enough that we're just talking snow here. 32 degrees in Fort Collins, 33 in Greeley, some 20s and 30s through your high country. Next couple of days, I do want to point out in particular, tomorrow morning, we could get a little bit of refreezing that happens because it is going to be very, very chilly. So bridges, overpasses, make sure you're watching those. Then we're in the upper 30s by Thursday and Friday, bringing back that sunshine. We've got 40s by the weekend. So Drew, probably the snow gone, what do you think, 48 hours by Saturday?
Yeah, that's Colorado for you, and it's good. We need that moisture. So.
But it's kind of nice. It's just kind of that little snow globe snow that's coming on down and stacking up.
You need a Kylie-size hood this morning.
That's a big hood.
I think I have one.
She is out there and she is prepared to go.
No, you do. You definitely do.
Thanks, Kylie.